Alright guys, here's your tank that is fully removed. We got the three evap lines here that go to that charcoal canister. You have your filler neck. This was the one I was talking about, I was struggling with. This evap hose goes over the subframe. As you can see, the subframe is pretty much right here in this valley. So you kind of got to reach up in there. Same as that other clip, or this other hose connection here. I just stuck a flat head on both sides, kind of push these tabs in so I can get it disconnected. Alrighty. Alright. I do believe I've already found the issue of why this tank or this vehicle, whenever you fill it with gas, it takes forever to do. So you do have a springed, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of hard to see. There's a spring door pretty much right here. As the fuel goes in, it opens, and that seems to be working 100% correctly. Now, when I blow air into this, for example, when the fuel's going in, air needs to come out. So your air is going to be escaping through this fitting here. So when I blow through it, it doesn't have any issue. I can feel the air coming out as I blow into the filler neck. Now, when I do recognize the issue, you're gonna listen here. I'm gonna blow into this, and you're gonna hear this breather hose. It's a lot harder. The air is not escaping. Here, take a listen. I don't know if you can hear it. It's struggling to leave the system. So from here, we're going to trace this back. Just see where it's going and where it taps into. So hopefully we can either get it cleaned or replaced. So it's going to go all the way back here. All right, welcome back. I already figured out the issue here with why the vehicle isn't wanting to fill up at I guess full throttle, or whatever you want to call it here. Anyways, the dealership diagnosed that the charcoal canister was bad and that needed to be replaced, and once that was done, that'd be fixed. They replaced it. It didn't fix the issue. They did say there's a bunch of sludge in the fuel tank. I'm not sure how they diagnosed that, because this fuel pump definitely was not removed at all. But we're going to find out once we get in there. But regardless, the reason the breather isn't working properly, all I had to do was give it a little shake. You can hear that. It sounds like maracas, basically. We have a bunch of charcoal particles in the line. Take a look at this. I don't know if you can see all that stuff falling out. But that is what happens when your charcoal canister goes bad. It ends up backing up down into your breather line and clogs this whole breather hose. So if you have trouble filling up your vehicle, it takes super long time to do so, look no further, right here. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this entire evap lines off, get it completely cleaned out, because that's really all we can do right now. Let's get to it. Alrighty guys, we got the tank from the Denali down in the lower garage here. We got all the evap lines cleaned out, got all that charcoal cleaned out, and I noticed I'm still having some. If you blow or put air pressure into your fill hole here, you're gonna have charcoal bits and pieces coming out. So I'm assuming on the bottom of this there's some kind of container, and the stuff that did make it past, make it through all those lines is in here. And the reason I say that, when I did I made a little makeshift. You see what I did. It's kind of dark, but we got charcoal pieces down there in the vacuum. So this little system we got going is working kind of nicely. So basically, if you want to get the rest of that flushed out, I just got some painter's tape, taped around this shop back here, and when I turn that on, I will let it run for a second, and I'm plugging this. It's going to sink the tank down, and I'm going to release, and it's going to quickly pull all that air through the breather, and it's hopefully going to get out as much charcoal bits as I possibly can, because we definitely don't want to have to replace this tank. But let's keep doing it. All right, we got as much charcoal out of that breather as we can. Next thing, while I have the shop back here, I'm going to go ahead and prep this area for fuel pump removal. Basically all I'm doing is just cleaning up. I don't want any of that stuff falling in the tank as I remove this lock ring on the outside. So I'm going to take this pick and just kind of dig in here. You can see all that stuff's built up. Just break it loose so that the vacuum can suck it up. All right, let's do it. Whenever I do fuel pumps, when it comes to removing these rings, if I have any kind of lubricant like WD-40 here where these ridges are, just for ease of removal, I'll put a little dash on each ridge so that way it'll hopefully help it slide off just a tad bit easier. Alrighty. Alrighty. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and, I don't have the fuel pump here tonight, but we're gonna go ahead and get it pulled out so that we can add some cleaning chemicals to the tank. We're gonna see if there's any sludge, because the dealership did claim that there was a lot of sludge in the lines and in the tank, and that's why everything needed to be replaced. As you saw in the lines, there wasn't any sludge, it was just charcoal. Maybe if the charcoal's in the bottom of the tank, maybe it turned into sludge, but we're gonna find out. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this fuel line, same as the other one. You're gonna pop this tab up, and it'll slide right off. We'll just set it over here to the side. Alrighty. Now how I get these off, this is more old-fashioned way. I just use a pry bar here and a mallet. They do have tools for this. I've bought one or two of them. They've been completely useless to me, so it was like $120 down the drain, whatever. But the one method that has always worked is just hitting these rings to breaking it loose. Same thing with putting it on. You are supposed to use a brass punch for safety reasons, because if you do create a spark with steel on steel, you do have gas fumes in the area. It could cause a fire. It's never happened to me. This is a steel pry bar, but knock on wood for sure. Oh, there we go. So let's give it a shot. Just like that. A little bit of force. This thing will spin out. We'll go ahead and work that ring out. Set it aside. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see. Ooh, thing's sealed on there. This car, my mom's car, does have 276 or 78,000 miles on it, so definitely has seen better days. Well, let's go ahead and get this out. It'll let me. You do have a line here, so you're going to push in these two tabs to remove that. Here you go. I'm going to go and drop it in there. I can get it later. Not a big deal. Alright, go ahead and set this outside. I'm not going to be using it anymore anyway, so I'll bring it outside. Moment of truth. Look at that. No sludge. We do have pieces of that charcoal. Not a big deal. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to drain this tank out, and I'll either get that vacuumed up or something. Not super crazy. You can see it. Man, it is everywhere in there. So we're gonna work on getting that cleaned up. Well, didn't work quite as well as I wanted to, so we're gonna do a little hand fishing for the rest of it. So I'm not gonna video this because it's gonna be very long and very boring. What's up, everyone? Snow with Wagner's Mobile Mechanic. We're gonna call it a night. It's about at 2 a.m. We got a tank removed. We got the evap lines removed and cleaned. You can see aftermath, what was in there, just a bunch of the tank is downstairs, got that cleaned out, all charcoal out of there. I did off camera clean a couple more of these breather hoses, got that fill neck dropped down, clean the rest of those hoses out. But yeah, stay posted for part 2. We'll get this tank back in, new fuel pump, and get it reinstalled. Y'all have a lovely night.